Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Gallegos from IGN alongside Charles Lynette.
How's it going, Internet?
And we're here showing you Natural Selection 2, a asymmetrical multiplayer shooter. So I'm playing as the Marines, facing off against a whole team of alien players. And the crazy thing about this game is that, you know, for the vast majority of people, they're going to play it from a first-person perspective, but one person on each team plays as an RTS, as the commander, issuing orders, telling us what to build for him, and we're kind of compelled to do it because if we don't, they're not going to be able to afford the upgrades and things I need. As you look on the right side of the screen, you can see this commander's actually already upgraded me to armor level 1 and gun level 1. So imagine my guy...
Are those just the icons on the right side of the screen?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So basically my guy is like if I was assuming direct control of a Marine in StarCraft. You know, now I'm facing off against the Zerg, which is pretty apt because the aliens in this are very Zerg-like.
So yeah, there's certainly a lot to learn about the game, and I don't know how much it necessarily tells you up front, but...
it doesn't really. You have to... There are a bunch of tutorial videos that you can access from... Oh, I just got slimed. That you can access from the main menu. Which...
So, I mean, you can play this side where the Marines, but you can see that the monsters, the aliens that run around, play completely differently.
They do.
It's a totally different style of play, and then you factor in how it's kind of an FPS. I guess, is it more of an action game if you play as the aliens? Because you're not shooting anything, right?
Yeah, so certain aliens do have the ability to shoot small globules, or there are flying ones that can shoot spines eventually if their commander buys them those upgrades. But yeah, largely they are all about getting into melee range and tearing you apart. And so to that advantage, they can become really, really fast, and they can also cling to ceilings like the base aliens. So they'll often come at you just like aliens from the movie Alien, straight out of a vent shaft or above the ceiling. And they can actually disable the power in certain areas too, and that's when it gets like pitch black. And it gets a little claustrophobic because you really have to use your flamethrower, your flashlights and flamethrowers.
Or
actually.
flamethrower.
Yeah, to kind of keep things. So they'll actually target these power conduits. Right now I'm following a heavy mech suit into combat, hoping that maybe he'll be able to make the difference. This is one base we've expanded in. You lose basically if all of your main command units go down, which this base doesn't actually. Oh yeah, it does. It has one right there. So if we lose all of those on all of our bases, you lose. On their side, if they lose all of their hives, we lose. Or they lose.
So there's definitely a lot of factors going on within a game. I mean, how long would you say it takes to play a game, a full game?
Oh, it can take anywhere from. If someone does a successful Zerg rush on either side, which totally happens if the commander is just really, really bad, a game can end in like 3 minutes. Or it can last like 45. That's the thing, is the commander makes a huge difference because they not only are they controlling like this, like he placed this and asked me to build it, and we are building it because it's kind of in our best interest. But it a little bit of lag.
So he's putting down the blue kind of outlines of these different things, and then you run around and you actually build the thing.
Yeah, he has no direct ability to build them until he can manufacture robots, and so the robots will work like StarCraft 2 SCVs and build for him, but we are much more efficient at it. So it is kind of and like I said, it's in our best interest too because he makes these things that harvest resources. I then get these resources, which I can then use.
Is that one of the robots that's running around there?
Exactly, yeah. Okay. Which I can then use to go to like the armory, and I can buy these, like a new shotgun, a welder. And the reason that these things are nice is because the only reason I have access to this is because the commander researched them like he would in RTS. So, like I said, it's in my best interest. Oh man, I totally welded that guy to death.
Can you weld?
Yeah, I did.
Weld damage?
Yep, I'm gonna weld this guy too, just to give him some additional armor. This is one of the
so
nice...
you're repairing too?
Yeah. So I'm actually, this repair bot is following this mech suit around, and I'm welding him too. Just trying to keep him in the fight. Like, you really do have to do like organized team pushes to make like a big encroachment on a hive like we are right now.
So you definitely notice a difference between a team that's more willing to work together and one that is trying to, I guess, more lone wolf it.
Oh yeah, it's impossible. You cannot win without coordinating with your team. It is quite impossible.
So this is not a game for somebody who just likes to see their name at the top of the scoreboard. This is basically the type of game where you really do need to pay attention to what your team's doing, what the enemy's team is doing, and put yourself in a position so that you can make beneficial decisions for everyone on your side instead of just yourself.
Yeah, I actually, you know, I find if you, like I said, if you're playing with a team like that, you're going to lose. We kind of jumped a little bit, late into a game.
We were a lot of robots running around.
We were already, yeah, exactly.
So does the commander have direct control of those repair bots, or are they just running around automatically?
Yeah, he can give direct control, but they'll also just start repairing things automatically. So this is going to be the start of a new round.
Are you able to jump into the commander role, or did you already just pick a Marine role?
Actually, the game hasn't started yet, so assuming when I start, yeah, I can try jumping in.
It just says locked right now, so you can't do it
Exactly,
yet?
so we're starting. This is officially the start. And when it loads in, I will have the chance to jump into the commander chair. Now, if someone jumps in ahead of you, you can always boot them. So that's an option. You know,
if they're doing terribly.
Exactly, and so a lot of people so far in the game, they're very nice community-wise. They know that a lot of people are new, and one of the things I like is that when you're new in this game, your name is actually colored in green. Anything you chat will be green. So they do kind of...
You're labeled as noob.
You're labeled as green. That way people know. And so far that's actually resulted, at least in the people that have been playing in the beta, being a lot kinder. And even encouraging me to sometimes jump in the commander chair and then just yelling at me to get out if I'm doing really terribly.
And I mean, even so, what we're seeing on this loading screen here, we saw this these slime molds overtake this room. What is that? Is that something that you do in game as well?
Yeah. So the enemy commander on the alien side drops. If you look in towards the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you'll see like those yellow nodes. They're cysts, and they grow the creep. And so as a human player, you're kind of going to try and shoot those. I think I'm actually going to see if I can.
So that's very StarCraft-like, very.
Oh yeah, this game makes no, no attempts to hide the fact that it's very StarCraft-like. Someone already jumped.
Which
in the
isn't a bad
station.
thing because StarCraft is kind of amazing.
Yeah, someone already jumped in the command station. But yeah, at any given time, there's really great communication too. Like people are very vocal, which is really important in this, and so they'll just tell you like head to mezzanine north tunnels, trying to build a base in this place. And that is actually really crucial. And the commander actually can even click on an individual like me and give me orders like you would a soldier in a RTS, like a direct move order or attack here. And you get these little arrows. You don't have to do it, but
Do you get bonuses for doing so?
Well, no. Not that I've been able to see so far.
Okay.
Basically, it's mostly just in your best interest because generally if you have a great commander,
he's going to know what he's talking about.
Exactly. That is one thing, though, that I've been kind of disappointed in. Like, even if, let me see when I can get, the aliens are toying with me, Charles.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like, at least in the map we're looking, oh God. And the map that we're looking at, there are a lot of places for the enemy to kind of jump out of and really surprise you.
Yes.
It's not, there aren't a lot of big open areas. There are some larger rooms, but in general, you're just kind of wandering through corridors and hoping something doesn't pop out of a vent and jump on your face.
Right. This guy that's fighting us actually has a ranged attack. He's not really supposed to be fighting, though. That's like their builder unit. And actually, that unit built these. They're called gorges, and they can build these walls that will kind of hold us back, basically. Slow her down.
Which you can destroy, I assume.
Yeah. Although, as you can see, they're really tough.
And then that allows the aliens to kind of go underneath, I suppose.
Yeah, since they have a much lower profile, they can get past, and they can actually construct their equivalent of a turret there to kind of prevent us from being able to progress too fast.
If you didn't have all of those respawners sitting there, I assume some of those were put down by your commander.
Right.
Does it take longer to get your team back into a fight or something?
Yeah, I mean,
like that?
they can disable our ability to respawn until we rebuild those if they get in there and attack those.
Respawn entirely?
Yeah,
okay.
like they can just make it so we are not going to get... Oh, man, they're really just all over us. Yeah, they can disable the fact that we have these respawners, which is why they're really crucial to build, and eventually you'll see we'll build teleporters, too, that will kind of take us between various things. That's why this commander is pretty smart, and he built the second one, right off the bat, to make sure that we're good to go.
So, I mean, one of the things that bothers me in some of the shooters like this, the online shooters, where there is a huge difference in battle style between one side and another, and you don't have, mirrored classes on both sides, is just that there's not much of a sense of balance. It just kind of feels really random, kind of all over the place, and you don't really get a good sense of what necessarily works best. Would you say this game still feels kind of like there's some fairness between the sides?
Yeah, I would say
there's a way to fight back against every potential attack that could come in.
Right, I would say that there are definitely counters, and as a smart commander sees they're going Onos, which is like their giant rhinoceros things, he might start to research things like grenade launchers. Or if we're fighting a bunch of those guys that crawl on the ground really fast, he might enable the ability for us to use jetpacks so we can kind of get above them really fast.
You do not have jetpacks right now.
I do not. No, that's kind of a late game changer. And that's the thing is like a good commander it's like StarCraft. Like imagine a person with like level 3 Hydralisks, they're going to hold up way better. And so if you want to have the option to ever be like that, you have to support your commander. Like
and then every decision the commander is making, they're basically giving up another potential upgrade. Like he just upgraded weapons to level 1.
Exactly,
so
but that cost him resources that he could have spent on something else. And the other
he could have researched armor so that you'd be able to take, I guess, more hits before you die or something.
Exactly.
Like
and also they do a oh man, I just got distracted. Sorry. They do a good commander will actually actively participate in the fight too. A good commander will be dropping health and ammo to his troops, so you can actually call out at any time, like, need health, need ammo. And your commander can, from his aerial view, basically teleport in health, like, right in front of you.
Yeah,
and
so just to give a sense of what it looks like to command a fight, it's not like he's just doing, he has a fly-through camera and he's just zooming through hallways. It's a totally different view of the battlefield.
It's like you imagine this level without the ceiling on it, and he's playing it exactly like an RTS. And with restricted field of view based on his field of view is basically based upon what we see, and whether or not if we go and we build a power just got taken out in this sector.
So you got to flip your flashlight on?
Yeah, which like I said, it makes everything a little bit scary when all you can see is just like
There's
something
a certain
crawling
haziness
in the distance.
to it, so it's not exactly like you have a clear view. There's almost a glare.
Yeah. Oh man, I want him to. Yeah, let me see. I can rebuild. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Don't try and rebuild the power. There are enemies lurking in every corner. Yeah, I like the way that they handle the response too. We're just teleporting in. Although all the Marines do look. We are clones. That's for sure.
So I mean, how much versatility do you have? Oh, and you can, I guess, quick portal between places, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
How many different attack styles do you have? Like, if you weren't using this gun, what else would you be able to use?
You can use shotguns. I mean, pretty much this Marine is it. On the human side, you have shotguns, you have assault rifles, and you have grenade launchers, and then you have mech suits. But largely man, I don't know why they're. It's like someone knows, and they're just seeking me out first before anyone else. Pretty much, you're always using the Marines until you get into the suits, and the suits do make a pretty huge, substantial difference.
Oh god, they're in your base.
I know. I'm about to hop this teleporter.
He's running amok.
I know. That's the thing about the aliens is that yes, they don't have the ability to do. Most of them are pretty melee focused, but they really do have the ability to come at you from out of nowhere. Especially since I know he crawled up in that vent.
Would it be possible to switch over to the alien side just to show off kind of what that looks like?
I can. Oh, okay.
Or if there's a runtime error?
I don't think that was a runtime error with the game. Okay, let me see. And let's see.
Aliens. I guess the team might be full as well. Oh, no, you're on the team.
Nope.
Nice.
Yeah, we are a little bit over full. So on the alien side, it's a little different. Everyone starts. Yeah, first off, it's from the mouth perspective, and everyone starts off as their base unit, which is called a skulk, and this is the one that can go up in the vents. And then you have the gorge, which is the unit that's like their builder. He's not not very combat prone, but the buildings will grow organically over time, but they can basically speed up the process. Then there's the lurk, which is a flying one, fades, which teleport, and of course the gigantic rhinoceros Onos.
Who's sort of, if the Marines are entrenched somewhere, then you send in an Onos, I guess, and try to break through whatever established battle line they have.
Yeah, he is the unit that will break all sieges.
That is really gross.
Yeah, I like being this guy though. He's the healer. That's the thing though. Is he
healing? Is he chomps there?
Yeah, when he spits this goop everywhere. That's his heal.
He's spitting. Okay.
The one thing I'll say is that they don't necessarily do the best job so far of really rewarding you for healing. Like it's like I don't ever. It's not like I might get like I might help my team, but there's no persistent like sort of leveling system in the game or anything like that, which is fine. But you get the satisfaction of contributing to the win, but you're not going to get a high kill-death ratio, which is really one of the only things that they track here. Kills, deaths, and assists. Your score might be pretty decent though. But it's important to keep like key structures alive. Like this harvester has to be here, and it takes.
I mean, is it at least an entertaining role within the scope of the gameplay, even if it isn't necessarily backed up by a lot of statistics?
Yeah, I mean, I'm that person, right? I'm the person that in Team Fortress plays the the medic, you know, and likes to play this sort of support role. So for me, this is an ideal role. This hive is in trouble. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything, but gosh darn it if I'm not going to spit on them.
So that's your attack.
Yeah.
And then you can also do something else to heal.
Yeah, and that actually will do a little bit of damage to him too, but not much. Oh, okay. that base is just way under attack.
Some guy hit you with, what is that, some kind of axe?
Yeah, so everyone has like the humans have like a melee attack, which does a ton more damage to structures, but also not bad if things are coming at you melee style, but it's pretty hard to be very effective with it. At that egg counter at the top middle is kind of like how many people could possibly respawn at a time. So it is actually, humans can come in and totally start destroying eggs, and that can really screw you over. Yeah, get out of here.
So yeah, now you're clearly moving a lot faster. And
yeah, and this guy, like, as your commander researches things, you can click here and do extra evolves. Basically.
Okay, and you do. There is a risk associated with that because you will enter whatever kind of transformative state that was.
Exactly, and so you are, and so certain ones like that one's
you're
not
very
long.
invulnerable during that time.
No,
period.
and that one's not very long, so it's not so bad.
That guy just jumped on the ceiling.
But like, yeah, I can do so too. I think, right now for some reason. Let's see.
But you could, I mean, are you of the size that you could actually go through pipes and things like that?
Yeah, I am, actually. Let me see if I can...
Because it seems like there are definitely numerous ways to travel between different parts of the map, and the maps do look, I mean, just at first glance, I don't know if it becomes less so if you're actually playing, but I mean, it does look like the maps are pretty complex. So
they are.
There's
I mean,
a definite
but
learning curve
this
to
mini map
figuring
definitely
out.
helps you keep track of it. But yeah, see, you can see that guy right there. What resources do I use as an alien? Everyone's pretty nice, though, so far.
That's good, because a game like this with a community that would not want you to learn the game, which is weird that that's the case in some games where it's hostile to people who don't understand how to play. And it's like, you realize if more people play the game, that's better for everyone. And it's definitely better for everyone if everyone playing is educated on it. So I've never really understood the mentality of people who, you know, yell at people who don't understand how to play.
And especially
just teach them how to play.
And especially
just be nice about it.
Especially in a new game. Like, this game isn't even out technically while I'm doing this video, but people are really nice. Let's see.
What just happened to your mouth?
I'm now a.
Are you flying?
Yeah, gliding. I'm the flying alien.
So you could be basically up around a ceiling and wait for maybe a Marine to walk underneath and then kind of dive bomb. You just got a check mark. I don't know what that does.
That's because as a new player, it was encouraging me to try out the things that I've never done before.
Oh, okay. Looks like, I don't know if there are any.
I'm heading. Well, this is where we're trying to this is the
battle room.
Yeah. Oh, wait, the commander chair's open. I'm gonna try and get in.
Start commanding.
Oh. Oh, no, I guess it's just that someone else is commanding a different thing. Dang it. I really wanted to command, but it's probably not. It's probably a bad idea.
It's not meant to be
what I will
right
say
now.
is if you ever want to command, the best way to do it is to jump into a very sparsely populated server, like with only like 4 people, because chances are they jumped in there too because they're just trying to learn and not be considered a terrible person.
Yeah, I guess maybe. Oh, you actually do have some kind of ranged spiked attack.
Yeah.
That guy did not know what was going on.
I don't think he was ready for a shooting alien.
But yeah, I guess maybe, you know, sometime beyond launch or something like this, because I know this game's been in development for quite some time.
A long time, years and years.
You know, maybe some sort of more focused tutorial mode might be good.
Yeah, I think that definitely is needed, or even the option to play with bots.
Are there no bots in the game?
No.
Okay.
So if you want to play even like, you know, that's the thing, is even if you want to do a server where you play as a commander, you have to have other people in there who are tolerating that. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen.
Right. Cool. Well, yeah, this is launching soon on Steam. You may actually be watching this after it is launched.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. You can look for a review in the coming days. Still not sure how that's going to pan out ultimately, but I'm definitely enjoying it so far.